Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome back to Frostpunk and our campaign continuing what is hopefully going to be a fantastic episode. So in the last one we got our dreadnought. It is okay. We could definitely use a little more of an up, and we're going to try and get our oil production up and running much beyond what we're doing right now. No worries there though. We need to expand our city. You can see that we have a little bit of shelter that we need to meet, and then obviously our goods production. And then also we are expanding and checking out things everywhere that we can pretty much go. But one thing that I did notice is that we haven't even expanded over here with our logistics bay yet. And I do believe we can expand our logistics bays anyways and do some research to get a ton of Frostland teams. So I'm excited to see what that holds for us. So if you are excited, be sure to let me know by giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel, and leaving your comments in the comment section. And that really does a lot for engagement, and that's what YouTube loves to see. All right, so we're going to repair those two things. We need to research and construct the generator with the surplus injectors. We need to activate those injectors and supply enough oil to reach a heat surplus. And also we can research melting deep deposits and build a deep melting drill. Now, if we were to go into here, we're already researching, which is great. But one of the things we need to do is we need to build skyways, because this brings in a lot more a lot more resource transaction. I think the roadways that we currently do only do 250. These can do 600, I believe. And then the next thing we need to do is a scouts headquarters. I believe that's the one. Nope, a logistics bay. Because as you can see here, if we go with the Frostlanders or the Pilgrims with the Vanguard Logistics Bay, we get 20 Frostland teams output. That would be massive. That would mean at a minimum, we would get 60 once we are able to get other deposits in. So that's pretty darn good. I'm really going to be happy with that. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's because we just repaired it. Gotcha. That works. So speaking of all of this, let's take a look real quick. 2,300 people here. It's a little bit colder. Oh, snap. It was only a matter of time. We had an unusually long streak of mild weather, but now meteorologists are clear. There's a familiar drop in air pressure at higher altitudes. The wind will cause, we have a whiteout. Okay, so we need to get food and heat up and running very, very quickly. So let's head over to our old dreadnought and see what we can do to get this up and running. Now, let's see. We do have the deep melting drill. We need to build it. We can't build it anywhere over here. And it doesn't look like we actually have anything that would help with extracting here. Now, I do know there is tech for that. For instance, we have pump jacks. Pump jacks would be really good for us over there. And that's what we'll probably end up doing, because we don't have anything we can do. We may go after these two areas or the prefabs, simply because it would be beneficial for us, because it does contain, 400 prefabs. We could really use all of those. Okay, cool. So we'll do that, get those rolling. And then I will go ahead and, do we want to work on the logistics bay right now or not? I don't know. There's so many things we have to work on all at once. It's a little overwhelming. Let's go ahead and build another housing district. And the reason for that is simply, if there's going to be a lot of vandalism for the time being, we need to just go ahead and get that capacity over. That way we're good. All right, cool. Well, we have 30 Frostland teams, so we need to get things rocking and rolling. We're not going to do anything with the abandoned Lazare. We have a possible settlement, the looming remains of a city once famed for its technological models. Let's go ahead and we won't connect. Actually, we could connect a regular trail. I think that would be fine. And then that way the skyways don't require we don't need a skyway when we research, because we can do that there. We're not going to worry about this one yet. This is the one where, how are our relations with the stalwarts? They're pretty, they're neutral right now. Yeah, we'll get relations up. We'll get relations up. I'm not super concerned. We're not going to do this. Oh, we could establish a whale outpost. Yeah, we don't need that. 10% production. That would be awesome. We could do a whale mining outpost. I think that would probably be the better solution, but we're not going to worry about it right now. What we were going to worry about is, what do we got here? Potential for food and cores. Cores are great. I don't know if we need them right now. This is the Tesla crater. Supply prefabs to New London, absolutely, but we're going to do the Skyway for that one. Prefabs, cores, and Frostland dwellers. Let's go ahead and launch that expedition. That's fine, and that's everyone that we have. Okay, cool. Oh, this is cool. The stalwarts have begun using oil to power a small radio they've attached to their lamps. They claim this will allow them to further ensure the safety of workers. So far, it seems to be working. Managers can report accidents in a heartbeat, spreadsheets can be updated in real time, and foremen can micromanage to an unprecedented degree. Sweet, they've improved after we pledged to defeat the frost. Okay, well that's good. I'll take it. Speaking of, let's see, anything down here that we haven't done yet? There isn't. I don't think we need to do guard enforcers yet. No, everyone is against it, and tension isn't really that high anyways. Nope, we'll be good. All right, so we just got a request to do one of our pump jacks, so this is actually perfect. So what do they want to do? Do we want to do disease or do we want to do squalor? Oh, we've already researched it. Okay, so that means, or did they get that done for us? It's probably the latter, which is nice. We built a heating thing here to reduce the heat, but now we're going to go with our fracturing pump jack. Now, we should be able to build 3 of them. I don't know about 4 of them. Do we already have something here? Oh, that's oil. Yeah, we should be able to build that. I don't know why it's saying we can't. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, it's a workforce thing. So we're going to go here. We are going to transfer. We're just going to relocate 800 people. Okay, and just like that, we're at a positive 191, which is awesome. Okay, cool. So that is solved for now. Now, admittedly, we do need to transfer some stuff, and we could transfer a couple things of food. We can do that there as well. We're still low ourselves over there, so that's okay. Let's go ahead. That's the most demand that we can meet, which is fine. What do we got here? Justice has no scabbard. The stalwarts have upgraded their automatons to respond to a specific frequency on their radios. Oh, they've equipped the beasts with searchlights and speakers and mounted them patrolling the city to maintain order. Pilgrims believe this is absurd. Someone stole a bread roll yesterday and they nearly leveled the entire district, lumbering after those on the metal wretches. However, numbers favor the stalwarts. Crime has dropped considerably. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that. That's great, but that's like a huge invasion of everything we don't want to do. Okay, so we don't have enough heat stamps either for research. Is that true? What about the flatlands? We're going to go with skyways. We're going to go ahead and research that idea. I think it needs to happen. We can also do our logistics district. Once I've got those boyos, sweet. And the meadow has been explored. Silver automatons. Under the snow lies a convoy of automatons with imperial livery and tarnished silver hulls. Machines seem to have come from the Ashtop Mountains. The scouts managed to decipher their last instruction. If no one arrives, seek survivors. Our scouts are confident they could repair them to work on New London. Otherwise, we could repurpose the cores. If we repaired them, it gives us 1,200 workforce, but we don't need to have a workforce issue. So instead, we'll get the cores. Plague shacks. The crowds surviving in these hunting shacks have a distinctive pox all over their skin. They claim their affliction makes them more resistant to the cold. Interesting. No, we're not going to worry about that. Sorry, folks. Definitely not going to take that risk. 25 teams for all of these. 20. Here we go. The frozen sea, or can we go this way? Let's go into the valley and see what happens there. Oh boy. Steward, a group of strangers has arrived at the old dreadnought. They call themselves the Wanderers. They seem to be a nomadic tribe for whom this wreck is a pilgrimage site. When they learned their tombs were destroyed, they were furious. Clenched jaws the only sign of outrage. Okay, well, we made that mistake. As we've taken their camp, they've asked we at least provide a stockpile of oil that will enable them to survive the whiteout. They seem desperate enough to be a threat. All right, you can choose to raid the old dreadnought. They may choose to raid the old dreadnought. We need to stockpile 30,000 oil within 49 weeks or turn them down and secure the site. We're going to go ahead and promise them oil. We don't have enough guards right now. Now, we could get that within 49 weeks, but there's other priorities that I want to research. So we're going to promise them to deliver oil. Let's hope for the best. Are there any other things that I could do? I don't think there really are. Yeah, we're really hurting for timestamps or heat stamps. But what do we have coming? Skyways are coming. Sweet. That's going to really help us. I think Skyways probably require heat stamps. Yeah, per route segment. Okay. We may need to sacrifice time or standing with one of the people. We'll grant them the agenda. That should raise relations. But what I desperately need are a lot more heat stamps to get things running. We also may reduce machine-centric shifts. Increased by mechanized sawmills. Yeah, I get all that. It's pretty notable. That Squalor's pretty bad. And we could work on crime as well. I think logistics bays is the way to go, though. But not quite yet. Let's go and get into the city. We have hospitals, watchtowers, and youth. I don't really know necessarily that we need to worry about this. We have a lot of injured, which the hospitals would definitely be able to help. But I think we got to tackle... I think we have to tackle this a bit. And I think we need to go patrol watchtower. Because it gets us more guards, by the way. Without heat reduction. I think we have to roll with that. We do need to reduce crime. That's going to reduce the tension in the city overall. And then what do we have here? Community service city development effort. Everyone must support the production of prefabs to help the city. We're just going to let them do it. Now, this is what we did to allow the vote to pass earlier. So, like, if it doesn't pass, it's not like it's on us. It passed at what it needed to. Okay. So they're going to start making some prefabs, which is going to help us a lot, by the way. But yeah, we definitely need more heat stamps. Favorable. We're going to... Oh, we have to resolve current events. Hold on. The stalwarts have begun throwing rallies in celebration of the generator upgrade. Orderly rows of faction members support and fill the city squares. Tell them what we rally for. We rally for progress, for the generator, for the city. Their passion is contagious, inspiring others to put in additional effort. What do we want them to do? I think we're going to get them more heat stamps income. Yep. Okay, cool. So this district is run by the stalwarts, fervor, if you want to call it that, which is totally fine. We have a lot here. Will last for 30 weeks. That's not fine, actually. And so the real question is, can we build a Skyways home? We can. Sweet. That's helpful. Oh, we could send the oil now, but let's not do that just yet. And then what do we have here? All the prefabs are done. Okay. We knew that wouldn't last long. It wasn't intended to last for a long time. They are slowly picking up speed as well. I just want to make sure that all of our stuff is as expanded as it can be. Can I build 2 fracturing things per? I think you can. And if we can, then that's what we're definitely going to do. All right, we now have a Skyway. Now that Skyway should allow for an increased number of resources. There we go. 600 total now. So what we can do... Actually, no, we need to allow them to build up. Yeah, we're going to allow them to not be so built up. And then the colonists here, they can't do anything. We can't do anything to them in that regard. But what I can do here, I can raise funds, but I think if I raise funds over here, they contribute a lot more. Yep, it's okay. It's okay. We're good. The rally's being and collapsing. That's totally fine. I really don't care about that aspect. I just need some money to do things. Due to your negative relations, your supporters are ending their rallies. I'm okay with that. That does not matter in the long run. What does matter is that we have enough food stored up, that we get enough oil stored up, and that's going to hopefully be the case over here. Now, in theory, sweet, I can build 2 per. Which means we're going to go and get significantly more output. Yes, here we go. Look at that. 500 a day will be filled in 10 weeks. That's going to be plenty of time to get that. Still plenty of time. Okay, that's a traveling expedition. I thought that was the Whiteout. And I panicked. I panicked internally for a very, very brief second there. All right, cool. Well, we explored this place. The IEC smelter. This huge mine and smelting apparatus provided the steel used to construct the nearby generators on behalf of the Imperial Exploration Company. A crew of thousands once lived within and below the machine, only a small fraction of whom made it to New London. Captain sent a crew of cores here to establish an outpost. There's no sign of the crew, but the cores remain, along with many salvageable components. We could take the cores, give us 4 cores, 500 prefabs. Or we could use this as an output to generate materials. We're going to do that 100%. Like, that's a rather obvious one for me. Sweet. Okay. That's fine because that gives us a material output of how much? 312. And we could ship that over to the other, to the dreadnoughts if we wanted to. Which... Nope, we're only at a minor positive, so that's what we're definitely going to do. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and go here. We need to reduce Squalor desperately. I'm tired of seeing it. It's causing a bunch of issues. So we're going to get off of work, whatever it's called, work or weather-centric shifts. We are going to negotiate. The Frostlanders are willing to negotiate on this one. And we would need to research buildings. Bio-waste hothouse is actually a really good one. Disease is slightly increased, but it does a massive amount of food output. So we'll definitely vote for that. That's going to pass, no problem. There we go. Cool. Now, whether people agree with me or not, that's not the issue. The issue is that we reduce the Squalor. Sweet. Squalor is diminishing. Patrol Watchtower is good to go. And then now we need to get into our resources and do what we said we were going to do. We're going to research that bio-waste hothouse. And then we have the capability. Okay, there's the surplus injectors, but I am going to go ahead and drop a watchtower. All right, so I forgot to construct the generator. We needed to do that a while ago. And here is the Whiteout coming as well. And also, we have more than enough that we need here. Nope, I need to go here. Oh, we have to send the oil to... Okay, it's from New London that we have to send it. That's not a problem. We will send everything we have. And then we will also provide more than enough supplies to go over and do that. We need to be able to cap these boyos a little bit better. Okay, cool. Now we can go here. Send the oil from New London. We still have plenty left over. And then if we go here, back to New London, we have a huge cap here to be able to hopefully survive that winter. Oh yeah, I think we'll be great. All right, Watchtower Guard is facing disciplinary action for abandoning its patrol to carry a sickly woman to an infirmary. Knew something was off when I could smell it. Couldn't smell any oats cooking from Mrs. Weatherby's place. Went to check her, saw she crumpled on the floor. His commander is clearly displeased. That's all fine, but while Salvalis was off playing medic, 2 robberies took place in the district. He's asking for his removal from the force. No. Tensions decreased per watchtower. No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I would rather have that happen. All right, the nomads have received the promised oil. Their leader approached our scouts with respect. They took great care to avoid the sight of the graves we desecrated. At last, they siphoned the oil into a wagon. They left with seemingly kind words. All is forgiven between us. This shelter is now your shelter. Our graves are now your graves. Awesome. We delivered the oil. They accepted with deference and left for their journey through the crosslands. All right, so we're working on that. That's all well and good. It looks like we do have a law that people are wanting to try and push, which is also okay. We're not super worried about it. And then right before the storm comes in, we have the option to upgrade the injectors, which I should have done a heckin' long time ago. All right, Frostlanders are delighted you kept your word. They look upon your rule more positively. Great. All right, working with the little more radicals is I think still going to be beneficial. Activate surplus injectors and supply enough oil to reach a heat surplus. Sweet. The warmth our upgraded generator now pumps through the veins of the city is unprecedented. People take off their layers, testing the air with bare skin and disbelief. The dream of feeling warm again is real, unless the frost tests us. Okay, so we have a huge thing here, but what we're going to do, we're not going to turn on we're going to turn that off. We're going to stockpile, because right now we only have 15 weeks worth, which isn't enough. We're going to pump those resources over. We now have, we filled in 11 weeks, excuse me. And so we'll be good there. I think we will definitely be able to finish out or be able to survive, which is a wild thing to think about. Just being able to fill that right away and not really have a concern is a bit crazy to me. And it's just really cool that we're in such a good position right out the bat. And then right before the Whiteout, Fortitude Valley has been explored. The Road Expedition, a possible settlement. The abandoned bases welcomes us with the Fortitude sign. The roof has collapsed in a lab where scientists study the cause of the frost. But the training halls remain intact, along with the equipment used in attempts to contact other generator cities. We could take all the preserved supplies back to New London, or we could leave them, making reactivating the base less costly. Yeah, no, we'll definitely do that, I think. We're not going to do that yet, though. And then a Dreamer's Mine. An ironwork sits at the surface of this mine. Its walls covered with designs for wagons and transports. A smaller glassworks once fabricated fragile scientific instruments. Few tools remain after many years of scavenging. There's still iron. Oh, okay, cool. I think that would be worthwhile, but I don't think we can connect it just yet. So increase our supply by 200 materials until its 2 million materials are depleted. Cool. We're going to go ahead and get the gorge just to see if there's anything there. Cursed Valley might have some people that we could forage and go help there with. And then we could go with the Frozen Sea and hope that those guys survive. I probably shouldn't have sent them out there. There's a solid chance that they might die. All right, Steward, the Pilgrims have decided to send their strongest travelers out before the Whiteout to search the surrounding area. With their parkas as their shield, they intend to walk Frostland unscathed, united under one tent and guided by their prophet's vision. They don't appear to be asking. That's fine. Yeah, we have plenty. We have plenty. We'll be okay. Like, I don't think that's an issue. What do we got going on here? Squalor's out the wazoo. By material scarcity. Okay, we need to build... Oh, we can't because we don't have heat stamps. We'll get heat stamps, but... what we need to do... is, I mean, unfortunately, we just don't have a lot to offer. We are scarce ourselves. It's just not bad. It will last for 5 weeks. That's all. What we need to do is we need to find a materials thing. All right. No, those are prefabs. Okay, we could definitely use that anyways. All right. Well, it looks like the Whiteout is about here. Oof. It's going to get cold. It's going to get real cold. We're going to go ahead and kick the surplus injectors on. And we are ready for this as best as we can. Oh no, it's here. The Whiteout is definitely here. Wild. And we still, even with all of the heat that we had like 1600 heat, we're still losing oil. It'll last throughout the Whiteout, don't worry. But my goodness gracious. Those Whiteouts are still a big deal, aren't they? We need to make sure we keep everything supported. And I think we'll be good. Okay, one thing that we can do though, we did just get done researching. Oh, where is it? A moss filtration tower. So we're going to get one of those, a few of those up and running. I assume they can only be done inside of homes, housing districts. That's the word I'm thinking of. So we definitely need to go ahead and expand a little bit wherever we can. I know there are a couple of housing districts that don't have... Okay, so it looks like we need to do a little bit of frost breaking. But the benefit of these moss filtration systems is that they significantly decrease squalor, like by a massive amount. So we definitely want to get at least one or two of them in, see if we can't fight off that massive amount of squalor. And then those left behind, the Whiteout. Steward, over the howling winds of the Whiteout, the Pilgrims have accused the Stalwarts of indoctrinating Pilgrim children into their youth program. Since the other Pilgrims left, kids began leaving for the Stalwarts in droves. Pilgrims assert that the Stalwarts are trying to swear the children into their ranks before their Pilgrim mentors return. But the Stalwarts maintain these children have been abandoned, left adrift, with no role models to guide them. I lost my daughter last winter, one Stalwart says. When I spoke with Abigail, well, it's like talking to my little girl. We're going to go with trust. We're going to increase trust because tension is fine. Squalor is still growing. Oh, because we haven't actually done that. Let's do that real quick. And let's see what happens. There we go. It's stable. Hopefully it'll decrease once we get there. Holy Moses, are we really scarce with food already? We must have consumed just an unreal amount. Oh, the squalor was terrible here. That's another reason why we got to get these. We got to get these expanded. Because the squalor is just killing us. Like, it literally is killing us. Yeah, I don't want to get into squalor. But we definitely need to try and expand where we can. Okay, well, I wasn't prepared for this. But we'll get there. We'll get there. What's it like over here? Oh, they're fine. We need to transfer. Can we transfer between food? Yeah, we can. That's actually kind of hilarious. Just the fact that we can transfer during this whiteout. It's leaving us, though. As you can see, we're almost through it. Yeah, that'll last us for 1 week, but that may be all we need. Okay, we got through it. Man alive. All right, remain productive, people. Okay, so squalor is now reduced to notable. Crime is now notable, and it is stable. So hopefully the squalor decrease that we saw will work. All right, whiteouts are still a threat. Ice turns to steam at the whiteout wanes, but it's clear that we are far from keeping New London warm forever. The whiteouts are not gone. What will we do if the horrors of the whiteout years return? If we want to withstand them without fear, we must improve the generators even more, and that will require a great deal of cores. We only know of one site with so many cores, the metal roots of Winterhome's ruined generator. Oh no. Our current generator will not be enough. We need to colonize Winterhome to get more cores to upgrade further. Life inside the city is now warmer than... Oh, never mind. Chapter 3. Return to Winterhome. Past the gorge in the Cursed Valley lies the failed city of Winterhome. Our scouts have avoided the ruins for years, yet without its cores we cannot upgrade the generator to its full potential. I don't know about that. We should take the time to prepare resources and workforce. Returning to Winterhome will pose significant challenges. Okay, so that's not something we need to take lightly. Alright, so what we can do, we need to get back to us first. There we go. Provide a nice little boost of resources and we'll be fine. We're going to transfer as much oil as we can over there again. And then over here, we do need... There we go. We'll be fine there. Oh, we can't. That actually brings us beyond what we can do. Sweet. All right, we're good there. We're going to transfer those resources so that way we can kind of share everything and make the Dreadnought space not as bad. All right. And actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and transfer 5K. So that will last a long time. If we were to go over here, they're only at -1, so it'll go out in a good long while. which is fine. We have the space over here, but we don't have the workforce. Okay, we don't have the workforce. Never mind. We could transfer the workforce. Or transfer a few people over here. And what's funny is that, okay, no, we actually have significantly more over here. It looked like from the transfers that everyone, we were about equal in terms of size. We're not equal in terms of size. Okay, so what we can do though, is I think we have a bio-waste hothouse, which we could definitely use. But I also remember, did we not use the exploration? Oh, we didn't get logistics space. Yeah, we're definitely going to do a vanguard that gets us a lot of output. We're going to research that idea. We have plenty of people and plenty of a workforce to work on it. Squalor significantly decreased. It's diminishing, which is great. And that means that our reduction of everything will be good. Okay, we have 25 people as well. Oh, this is the Winterhome Bridge. Oh, we've already started exploring. That's right. Remains of the old bridge leading to Winterhome. And this is a weather station, which increases population growth. Obviously, we can't do anything over there. But we did explore this area here. We have a fishing trawler. Full catch is locked in ice. A log booked in the hold suggests the vessel originally hailed from somewhere called Canada. But we have no idea where it's been since, eh? The catch may still be edible if people in New London have a strong palate. Significantly increased disease. No, thank you. All right, nomad exiles. These people are shunned by other nomads. They are tight-lipped about exactly what happened. Willing to integrate if we let them start a fresh life. Yeah, that's fine with me. I have no issues there. We're going to go ahead and launch an expedition into here, to rugged territory for the Howling Shore. We may find food. We may find ores. That all works for me. Now, what we're going to do is we're also going to turn off surplus injectors. That way we can start stockpiling. And we are going to get fuel. I don't think it matters. Okay, yeah, it does if we put them in extractor districts. We don't have extractor districts that are next to each other. We'll just put it there and we'll be good with that. We're going to expand these boyos now that we have the capability to. And we need to work on the Pilgrims faction, but I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that. All right, in terms of survival, it seems like a lot of people want the machine-centric shifts, but I'm desperate to get Squalor reduced. All right. We have an interesting scenario. A handful of desperate pilgrims gathered in front of the generator earlier today. One spoke to the gathering crowd as they painted themselves in oil. She detailed a different plan for Winterhome, one that would breathe a second life into the cursed land. We cannot destroy Winterhome for its cores. We must settle it. We must adapt. This is our last chance to make you hear us, stewards, so we must be loud. And with that, of course, they set themselves alight. Rescue teams were able to save the would-be martyrs, but our people are clearly shaken. Stalwarts urge us to get ahead of the narrative before our people are swayed. That's fine. Their fervor will be increased, but relations will improve with the stalwarts. And I think that's pretty important. All right, so they have a pretty daggum big fervor. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we survived the whiteout easily enough, and we're here now to go and see what's beyond it. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you did, you know how to support the channel by giving the video a like, subscribing, and of course, leaving your comments in the comment section down below about your thoughts on the game thus far. That's all for me today. Thank you so much again. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.